So the other day, I got a success in the mail from Mario Marois up in Quebec. And I got a few of you asking, how do you go about sending out requests internationally? And so, figure I might as well just go ahead and do a little bit of a tutorial here on it for everyone out there. And the great thing is, it's basically the same as sending out any other American one, just a little bit of a change to the postage. Draw a few that I've got here that you're going to need to be able to do this. But the biggest thing you're going to need, number one, is going to be an international or a global forever stamp. The current 2020 model ones look exactly like this. Got the pink flower there on them, and as you see around it, it says Global USA Forever 2020, all that good stuff. These should run you somewhere between, I think around $1.20 right now. Somewhere between $1.15 and $1.30, though. I mean, it's not going to break the bank or anything like that. And that's going to be enough to get you any basic TTM request in the same way that you send them to anywhere in the US. So, you know, your letter, your return envelope, your cards you're getting signed, whatever you want to send, all under that. But that'll get you anywhere in the world, which is great. That's the easy part. Tough part comes when you start getting your return envelope together. Biggest thing, number one, make sure that you remember that on your address, put USA at the bottom just to make sure. I mean, anything that you can do to make it easier on postal workers, the higher the likelihood of your success. So, make sure you put USA on there, and the second biggest thing is get the postage from the country that you are going to be mailing to. That can be kind of tough, admittedly. And also, it's a question of, okay, well, how much does it cost? Because it kind of changes from country to country. And, well, if I'm able to do this, then right here, you're going to see a list of how much it costs to get a letter back from some of the countries that you may be sending to. I'm going to limit it on this list here. I just have Canada, the UK, Japan, South Korea, Finland, Sweden, Russia, and the Czech Republic. And the reason I'm limiting it to those ones is that, number one, 3 out of the 4 major leagues have a team up in Canada, so hey, guess what? You can mail to them now. You may have a few players who are from Canada in any of the 4 major sports. And think of probably a few off the top of your head there in each sport who come from north of the border. So we'll keep Canada up there. I'm putting the UK on there because, I mean, it's the other major English-speaking country I can think of where you might be sending to a few guys. Not a whole lot in baseball or basketball, but there are a few hockey players that end up over there. No football players, obviously. Maybe some soccer players over there. Easy one to send to, at least, so put the price of them up there. Japan, South Korea, both pretty big in baseball. And Finland, Sweden, Russia, and the Czech Republic are the 4 biggest hockey countries outside of North America. So we'll go ahead and list those ones right up here, along with an approximation of how much about what it runs for in American dollars for the cost of one of those stamps. If you're in an absolute pinch, what you can do is toss in, you know, a couple US dollars to cover postage. Just mention that in your letter that, hey, you couldn't get a hold of the postage, but try, if you can, to go out and get the stamp for those countries. You might be able to buy it on their website. I've got a link to each of the countries' websites down in the description here. If you can't buy it from there, look on eBay. And I would also recommend any kind of dealers for stamp collectors out there. They may have access to them. You may pay a little bit of a premium for it, but it's probably worth it, really. I mean, that's how I bought my British stamps when I sent out to the UK a couple of years ago. These ones are totally out of date now. I mean, these are, yeah, I think it's 1.05 pounds, and the price has now gone up to 1.63 pounds, but there you go. You can see one of the British ones that I got. And what the hell, we'll make it 2 British ones there. But yeah, it's Herrick Stamps was the name of the stamp company that I went through. Like I said, had to pay a little bit of a premium. Ended up worth it, though, because I've had a lot of really great success through a lot of countries of Europe out there. I mean, I've sent to the UK, sent to several of the former Yugoslavian countries, and had successes from there. The Netherlands, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Sweden, Finland, UK, one from Russia. I had to go on eBay, actually, to buy my Russian stamp there. That's another thing you can do is check out on eBay, see if you can find stamp dealers on there. Might be able to get a decent deal on there. I know for my Russian one, if you saw the graphic there earlier, it said that it's a 37 ruble stamp. Well, I had to get a 45 ruble stamp. It was the smallest one that I could get that would still cover everything. And normally 37 rubles is basically 53 cents American. Once shipping and everything was all put in and said and done, I think I ended up paying like close to $4 for that stamp. But My first ever success to Russia, and it got me a card that I need for one of the hockey sets I'm doing, so I'd say that was probably worth it. So there you go, and from there it's basically, just plug and chug like you would any other kind of TTM request. Just, write your letter, send it out, put the appropriate stamp on there for the return trip. If you can't get the stamps, put in a couple dollars, but that makes it a little bit tougher on the person signing for you, so try to avoid that if you can. Go out, find the postage, and just drop it in the mail and wait. So, hopefully that works for you. Let me know how you do on those as well, and if you have any other really great sources for stamps, please, by all means, let me know. I'm always looking for new places where I can buy a few stamps for various countries. I know I've got a few that I still need to mail out to Italy and God, where else? At the very least, I've got a soccer one I like to send to Italy, so I'm always looking for new places to buy stamps from. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Hope your mailboxes are full.